right, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Website, promo code, description. Thanks. All right, man, we back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Give a quick review of Anthony Dirrell and David Benavidez. And I thought it was a close fight until he got cut in the eye, Anthony Dirrell. But Anthony Dirrell did well. You know, he had a little bit more foot movement that I thought he still had. He was basically walking. It wasn't no dancing or running. He was walking David Benavidez, and Benavidez was just following him around the ring, and he needed to step over to the right. Him and his dad, Jose Benavidez Sr., they made the adjustment. They stepped over to the right. Wasn't no headbutt. His jab opened up old scar tissue on Dirrell's face, but Dirrell had some success, but you know, he had a thing working to the jab, to the head, and, you know, he just don't have the legs that he once did, man. That's just what it boiled down to, because had he been able to really have that lateral movement and hand speed, and he able to put he had hand speed, had he been able to put 3 or 4 or 5 punches together, I felt that Anthony Dirrell would have came out on top. He would have came out a little bit better than he did, but, you know, credit Benavidez. He started to catch up. He started to step over to his right. Started to throw a lot of hard shots to the body. They slowed him down with the body attack. And then he started to work his jab. And he started to go to town. But you got to remember, this kid like 22 or 23. So, you know, he ain't the best leg mover. But he got a lot of reach. He a big guy in there. And, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he did better at cutting the ring off on Anthony Dirrell once he started getting his body attack and Dirrell started slowing down. And that's the thing. One thing I notice when I go to these lower level fights, you know, may it be in Detroit or wherever I'm at, and I see the difference between the lower level guys coming up and the club fighters or the prospects, and then the championship level fighters, is fitness. You know, it ain't skills, you know, too much. It's fitness. It's win. And it's absolutely damn near impossible to box 12 rounds on your back foot or going side to side and the guy coming forward. It's impossible, man. You have to come forward. You have to mix it up. You gotta hold your ground, which I'll talk about in the Barrios video if I haven't dropped it. And you gotta hold your ground, and you gotta be able to operate in the pocket. Saddam Ali had that problem. He moved too much, and people say he had a chin problem. It was more of a stamina problem. And you have to come forward at some point in the fight, or hold your ground to be successful. You know what I'm saying? In championship level fights. And that's what Dirrell didn't do. He held his ground some, but he had to come forward and then let his hands go. Now, at the end of the day, I said it before and I say it again. Caleb Plant right now would eat up David Benavidez. You know, with Plant showing that he can fight on the front foot versus a guy like Uzatagi, he'll eat the David Benavidez up right now. That's a fight that they need to wait on. They need to make David, you know, get on his toes a little bit more, cut the ring off a little bit better. A guy like Plant can go side to side, front, back. He can mix in enough aggression and hold his ground enough, and that'll be an ugly fight for him. You know what I'm saying? He a really slick, fleet of foot mover, but Benavidez ain't a finished product. I will wait, you know, this ain't from a fan perspective. I love to see the fight as soon as possible. For him, I wait another 2 years before I make that fight. I get him on his toes. I just fine tune and tweak some things. But if that fight happened next year or the year after next, if he don't progress superhuman fast, Caleb Plant is just too much for him right now. And remember, Caleb Plant 26, he gonna improve. If Caleb Plant is aggressive like he did from Uzataki, he could be a little bit more aggressive with that movement. I don't know. And also a guy like Callum Smith, we sleeping on him. He may very well be the number 1 rated 168 pounder. Man, Billy Joe Saunders, another guy. So I don't think it's a lot of separation between these dudes. Would I rank Callum Smith above Benavidez right now? Yes. You know, I think Caleb Plant and Callum Smith is the 2 top 68 pounders, and Benavidez and Billy Joe Saunders can come after them. But congratulations, he got the stoppage. Anthony Dirrell had a fantastic career. Too much scar tissue over the eyes, but he was already thinking about retirement before he retired. And when you already saying retirement, you know, you speak it, believe it, become it, or you speak it into existence, and it's already there. So retirement should never come out of a fighter's mouth before a fight or before fights. He was going to retire, win, lose, or draw, I heard. So it is what it is. Goodfellow Sports TV. Congratulations to David Benavidez. he got a lot of room to grow. He young, and I think he will. And him and his dad's done a fantastic job. Don't forget, we on social media, links in the description. Keep sharing the videos. I appreciate the love, support. Blessings to everybody out there. We go.